everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us for that pre-challenge dance party. That was
fucking epic.
Amazing. That was the best pre-challenge dance party I think we've ever had.
I'm feeling it.
So thank you guys so much.
I was getting emotional, like being in quarantine and not being around people, and then just feeling all of your energy. I was just like starting to feel a little emotional there.
How many of you guys just feel like super connected right now?
Who else feels super sweaty?
Sweaty, that's always good. Yeah.
And I hear some comments in the chat box. You're saying, can you see me on my video? If you did not raise your hand, we did not promote you to panelists. We cannot see you. So if you are in your underwear or you are naked or whatever, we cannot see you.
Let me just let them understand why. And it's because we're using Zoom webinar, not Zoom meeting room. So most of you guys have been really used to using Zoom meeting rooms. This is a Zoom webinar. So the only way that we can bring you guys on is if we promote you to a panelist in the beginning. So right now I'm saying goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, Heather. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Lynn. Thank you. And I'm changing the roles back to attendee. Goodbye, Francesca. Thank you.
Holy hell. We've got 245 people here right now.
Goodbye, Mike. And I don't know who's with you, but goodbye, Mike Moore, and whoever is next to you. Goodbye. Goodbye, Michelle, my dancing healer. I love you so much.
So if you are joining and you're like, what is going on? Every day before the masterclass, we have a 10-minute dance party.
Bye, Cheryl.
I highly recommend you guys coming to the dance party and moving your body and getting sweaty with us. You know, we're going to sit, we're going to digest, and you want to make sure that your brain is in peak state and it is fully online and getting ready to just take up this amazing content.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Here it goes. Welcome to the Get Yourself Together Challenge, day 1. We're super, super psyched to have you guys here. And just remember that if you do want to come on, if we ever ask you guys to come on, all you have to do is raise your hand. So if you look in the attendees box right now, you'll see some people with their hand, with a little blue hand next to their name. And if you look on your screen, either on a computer or on a phone, you should see like a little option that says more. And within that option, there should be the ability to raise your hand. So if you want to give it a try, go ahead and give it a try. Everybody raise your hand and just say hi.
And also make sure you set your chat to all panelists and attendees so everybody can see what you're saying.
All right, so we got a message that the audio is a little bit fuzzy. So I just want to make sure, is that us? Is it you?
Can you hear us?
Let us know. Do we sound okay to most of you guys? Or I can hear fine, sounds great. Okay, so if the audio is a little fuzzy, it might be your connection. So you might want to try connecting, like if you're on Wi-Fi, get on 4G or whatever. Give that a try, maybe that'll help. Bit fuzzy, but not bad though. Oh, interesting. All right, well, let me see if there's something I can adjust here.
Was better when the mic was further from your mouth.
Maybe. Let's see. Is that better? Better. All right. Tech issues. All right, so here we go, guys. Welcome to the Get Yourself Together Challenge. We're so glad that you could make it. I'm Rosie Volcano.
And I'm Kit Volcano.
And for those of you who are joining us for your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, or even 8th challenge, welcome back. Because this is our 8th challenge.
Type in the chat box, what number is this for you? 7th, 3rd, 6th, 1st.
Amazing.
Oh, a lot of firsties here.
We're so excited. All right.
You guys are in for something amazing for the next week. And how many of you have been just kind of feeling a bit down from quarantine? And then this morning you were like, something is different.
Something shifted.
Something is shifting. Something is shifting right now.
Yeah.
I felt it.
I know. We all felt it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring up some slides. And don't worry, we'll keep our camera on so you can still see our faces. All right, so today is super important. Make sure you watch and stay for this whole webinar today, this whole masterclass, because we're going to get to know each other a little bit better today. And at the end of this masterclass, we're going to send you on a special mission
with other people in the group.
Are you guys excited about that?
So you really want to stick around so you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got 263 people right here. This is amazing. Who got text messages? This is a new thing that we're doing, sending you guys text messages. Who got them? Did that help? Is that helping? We're really, every time we do this challenge, we make sure to make it easier, more streamlined, and just more available to people. Is that helping you guys? Did the text message help? Let's see.
Yep, we got
great.
Yes,
it helped me too. I was like, It's in an hour. I was like, oh my God, it's in an hour.
I know, it's really exciting. All right, cool. So this challenge is super unique if you haven't figured it out already. How many of you can already see that this is different than any other online challenge that you've ever done, ever? Can you guys see that yet? Let me know. Type in the chat box. Most of you guys, I mean, some of you, especially if it's your first time, maybe you signed up and didn't realize that you were actually going to get your own private coach. And then you got an email or a text and you're like, wait, what? I got a coach? So
some of you are listening to the replay and you're like, oh crap, I have a coach. Yes, you have an email in your inbox from your coach. Go check it out. Your coach is thebomb.com. Who loves their coach? Type in the chat box. Already having breakthroughs? Let me know. Is it valuable? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here to draw you in to participate because participation is really what gets results.
This is not shelf help.
Yeah.
How many of you guys have signed up for an online program and never even touched the thing? In fact, you maybe even bought it twice because you forgot you bought it the first time because you didn't even touch it. If you are here, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. You've always had this feeling there was something different, maybe something special about you. You have this shimmer of magic in you, and it's starting to come out because something is cracking from quarantine. This is your official letter from Hogwarts.
All right, we're gonna read your names. Who's been waiting for your letter from Hogwarts? Here
Caroline,
it comes.
Jenna,
Queenie,
Angela,
Adrienne, Katie,
Tara,
Andy,
Melissa,
Tara,
Tony,
Madison, Logan,
Bridget,
Christina, McKinney,
Harnor,
Pippa,
Holly,
Holly,
Laura,
Kelsey,
Jamie,
Anna, Heidi.
Holly, David, Kella.
Guess what? You're a wizard.
You're a wizard.
It's official.
You're
how many
a
of you are
wizard.
feeling how special this is? Type yes if that's you.
Type your Hogwarts house.
All right. Now, I also asked you guys in the Facebook group, for those of you who've been in the Facebook group, because it's popping right now. It's pretty amazing. So if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you check it out. But if you've been in the Facebook group, I asked who has already been experiencing miracles before the challenge even started. And I got so many responses. Katie Thompson, Paige, Abby, Jinx, Chrissy, Teresa, Aurora. So many people responded. Jess B, Terry Barnett. So if you've had miracles or synchronicities or signs showing up this week leading up to the challenge, type them in the chat box. Share them with everybody here.
That's because that's what we do. Here at the Volcano, we make freaking miracles. We teach you how to leverage your joy to create miracles in your life. And if you're already seeing things are changing, like magic is you're starting to tingle a little bit, like crazy synchronicities are starting to happen, it's because you're in the vortex of the volcano.
There's something really magical that happened. I mean, it's really like we open up this doorway, this vortex, this portal of energy, just by getting you guys in here and involved in this challenge that really creates this every single time. It's such a beautiful thing. So we see massive synchronicities, relationships healing, large amounts of money falling out of books, falling out of the sky, big, huge, stinky wake-up calls, and miracles sometimes come in the form of a tragedy that shifts your entire life, clearing the path for something better. COVID-19, anyone? Something that you've always wanted, but you couldn't get on your own. How many of you guys had like a million things planned for March or April or May, and you're kind of dreading some of them, or you're feeling like, God, I just want to break. And then quarantine happened, you're like, oh, I'm finally getting what I wanted, like family time to garden, right? So if something feels like it's kind of crazy is happening in your life and you don't know what to feel, you're not sure if it's a miracle, just know that it's clearing space to make room for a miracle.
Or if it looks like the opposite of a miracle, often that's the beginning of one.
Yeah. So we believe that we're all here born into this life with the opportunity to make an impact on the world. Making our own special imprint on each other is one of life's greatest joys. And it's the divine calling of the soul. Everyone has an opportunity to be their best self and bring your unique gifts into the world.
Some people brave the fear of going after their inner calling, and some shut down. We want you to use this challenge as a way to open doors to the next level of your life.
Maybe some of those doors have been sitting there for years just waiting to be opened. So we want you to use this challenge as an opportunity to courageously dream about what is possible for you. Take action on those dreams, gain momentum, and tap into an incredible community of people who are on a similar path. So what are you here to do?
What kind of impact do you want to make on those around you?
Type it in the chat box.
What gifts do you have living inside you that you want to leverage?
We've got so many people joining us for this challenge. I mean, over 279 people and counting on this webinar so far. Where are you guys joining from? Type that in. So when we set this challenge up, we created sacred space and we pulled cards to get guidance on how to best serve everyone. These are oracle cards, okay? We're not trying to read the future. We're just trying to get like a little bit of intuition around
a pulse on what is here right now.
Yeah, what is here for us to learn right now? Like what message is coming through for us? We connect deep within and we say, give me the guidance for how to best serve everyone in this challenge to their highest good. Show me what to put emphasis on so that everyone gets the most from this challenge. This is what me and Kit are chanting all week leading up to this challenge. And for today, we pulled the Great Gathering. So how fitting is that? We have almost 500 people joining in this challenge. And it's all about coming together, intuitive hits, and soul tribe. How many of you guys feel like you could really freaking use a soul tribe right now? So I'm going to read the description of the card to you, okay? And this deck is amazing, by the way. It's by Rebecca Campbell. It's called Work Your Light. You are being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming a part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It is time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. Time to come out of the woo-woo closet, guys. When you share what is real and true to you, you share the medicine that you most need. Those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too.
All right. Now your Work Your Light activation. Say this with me. I choose now to let myself be seen.
I choose now to let myself be seen.
I'm ready to call in my soul tribe.
I'm ready to call in my soul tribe.
And create a web of light all over the planet.
And create a web of light all over the planet.
Oh, yeah.
What stood out to you guys from that reading? What did you hear that you need to put emphasis on today or this week? What are the ways that you can do that now to immediately help you grow? So who's following? Who just got like really lit up by that card? You're like, oh yeah, this challenge is for me. Yep. Soul tribe, soul tribe. Yes, yes, yes. And who out there might be thinking like, whoa, wow, what did I step into here?
Oftentimes
this is
people,
really new to me.
When you're new to us, you're like, wow, that's a little bit much.
And that's okay. We just want to let you guys know that whoever you are, you're super welcome here. And just know that everything's going to unfold for you this week. And whatever you get out of this is going to be valuable, even if it might sound woo-woo or unfamiliar to you.
Yeah. So if you're in team bit much, just type in bit much, but that's okay. We love you anyway.
Yeah.
We know who we are.
Right, exactly. We know we are who we are, Kesha. Throwing back to 2009. All right, so again, wherever you are, whoever you are, you're so welcome. Everyone has gifts to give, from the people who are new to this to the people who are experts, and everyone has something to receive as well. If this feels like your community, then you belong here.
If it doesn't, give it a week. Show up, let yourself be seen, and see how you feel after you go all in.
Yeah. So we're going to tell you a little story about how this challenge came to be.
Right before our challenge in January 2018, we had a massive miracle happen. I had just gotten surgery and it had been a hectic few weeks. The holidays were crazy and our enrollments were reflecting our crazy life. Our goal was to get 100 people in the challenge. We got like 500 people in this challenge. This is crazy. This one currently, it's amazing to see how much we've grown. But we only had 13 people. Our goal was 100, we had 13. It was New Year's, and we had decided to have a small intention-setting campfire with a few close friends.
And we were just introduced to this process for creating miracles, literally creating miracles in your life through a book called The Power of 8. So Kit decided to walk us through the process from the book. We all sat around the fire, and each one of us shared one big dream for the new year, for 2018.
And so Rosie said she wanted 100 people in the challenge. And I was like, oh, I rolled my eyes to say, as if to say, but I didn't say it out loud, don't waste your wish.
I heard what you said because we're married.
You heard
and
what
I can read your thoughts.
I didn't need to say it because my face was speaking it. So after doing the Power of 8 process, which we'll explain more about later, we had a rush of people enter the challenge and we had to shut it down. We ended up getting well over 100 people and hitting our first 6-figure freaking month in the challenge.
What? Yep, it's true.
So what we're trying to tell you is these challenges are magic.
They're super magic. For those of you that are already feeling that roller coaster, like just keep riding it, babe. Along with so many other life-changing processes we're about to introduce to you this week, this has been the one that really has had the greatest impact on our life in the shortest amount of time. And we can't wait to teach it to you. Now, because this challenge has made such an impact on our life, this process has made such an impact on our life, we decided to make it a part of every challenge. Yeah. And so I'm going to explain it to you a little bit. This is what we call a miracle group, or it could be called a power of 8. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 8 people.
And you don't have to be in water.
Right. It could be 6 people. It could be 9 people. It really doesn't matter. But 8 is really like, it is like the sweet spot right there. This is an example of a group of us where we did this process in Lake Michigan after Magma in Chicago. It was super fun. So here's The Power of 8, the book by Lynn McTaggart. All right, so Lynn McTaggart was she was a skeptic, right? She started out as this investigative journalist who sought out to prove that group prayer and meditation didn't work. What she found through her research, however, was overwhelmingly scientifically measurable evidence to the contrary. Over and over and over again, she found that these groups that were doing group meditation, group prayer, their intentions were working somehow. Miraculous things were coming true. And she was like, okay, well, now I'm obsessed with this. And so ever since then, I mean, for the last, 20, 30 years or so, she's been studying the power of group prayer, the power of group meditation. And she's been writing books about it and developing techniques around it ever since. And so in this book, in The Power of 8, she talks about the study of ritual and the study of ceremony. Everything from Native American ceremony to Western medicine, like going to get surgery can be considered a ceremony. Anything is a ceremony if it's infused with elaborate pageantry, costume, sound, movement, touch, symbols. All of these things come together to create an atmosphere where your subconscious mind believes that healing is possible, and therefore it becomes possible. You guys ever heard of placebo surgery? It's a thing. People go in, they think they're getting surgery. It is part of an experiment. Everybody goes in, half the people get knee surgery, half the people get the knee skin sliced open and stitched back up again. And guess what? The recovery rate is about the same. It's because the patients go in believing that they're going to be healed, right? It's the same thing as going in and getting a miraculous healing from a minister or a pastor or a shamanic practitioner. You believe that the healing is going to take place. And so these rituals involve a drama of evocation, enactment, embodiment in a charged atmosphere of hope and uncertainty. So I'm reading this part of the book to Kit as we're driving into Disneyland, and we realize, I like reading out loud while I'm in the car, okay? I'm a nerd. So we're driving into Disneyland, and as I'm reading, I'm like, wait a minute. So she's saying like ceremony and pageantry and costumes creates healing?
And we're like, Disneyland is a playground for creating transformation, healing, and miracles. So we talk about elaborate pageantry and costume, sound, touch, and symbols. So we're like, let's try the Power of 8 at Disneyland, even though it was just the two of us. And we decided to take it one step further and amplify the Power of 8 into what we call the volcano miracle meditation on a roller coaster. So we set the intention at Disneyland on a ride using the concept that we teach at our 4-day event called Magma, which is high level of joy, clear vision creates miracles. We tested this theory on multiple rides, and we would get instant freaking crazy results. Seriously, guys, we'd set the intention, okay, we want a new client. We go on the ride, we think about it, we dream about it, we'd work up our emotions, we get off the ride, bing, little message on my phone. So then we decided to go for something bigger. Together, Rosie and I rode Guardians of the Galaxy, envisioning a full roller coaster car of people, creating a miracle for something outside of ourselves, a generous miracle. So the opportunity came a few months later, and at the time, one of our coaches, her name was Audrey, she just found out that her brother had been diagnosed with a brain tumor. And we love her so much. We know how much she loves her brother, how much she loves her family, and actually she lost her mom to cancer when she was really young. And so she was devastated, and we decided to all come together as a group during Magma, at the end of Magma, and do a meditation for her brother, who doesn't believe in any of this stuff, thinks it's all BS. In a big group, on a roller coaster.
There's 16 of us. We thought that was a big group back then. It was really cute.
16 of us got on the roller coaster holding strongly this vision that her brother was happy, healthy, and healed. We were screaming and jumping and chanting and yelling, and we took up the entire car. You guys want to see the video of this? It's just like brings me chills when
exactly
I see it.
2 years ago.
Months ago, I was on a ride and I had this vision of getting all my people on a roller coaster at the same time, manifesting the same thing. And now here we are, after Magma.
All right.
So 6 weeks after that,
we were holding the vision, happy, healthy, healed. Happy, healthy, healed. Audrey's brother, right? 6 weeks later, the test results came back from his biopsy, and the cancer had calcified without any treatment. And within a few weeks of that, her brother found his first girlfriend of his entire life, because he'd never had a girlfriend before. And so he was happy, he was healthy, he was healed. And so it gets better, you guys. We decided to take it another step further.
I made a wish September 2018 by myself, because Rosie was pregnant, to fill a car with people who would come to a VIP Manifestation Disney Day with us. And twice last year, we brought over 20 people, filling cars and cars of rides, creating and manifesting miracles at Disneyland.
At Disneyland.
You guys were on one of the rides with us. Type in the chat box.
Yeah, what was
what
for you guys?
miracle did you create at Disneyland with us?
So almost everybody that came with us to Disneyland both times created a miracle for themselves and we all created one as a group for someone else. And so many of them came true. So you guys type it in and share if you were there. Who's already feeling the desire to join us on our next Disney manifestation adventure when quarantine is lifted?
It's going to be crazy.
We are going to be taking a crew of people. So at the Little Volcano, we believe that creating the life of your dreams should be fun. It's got to be fun, actually. It's necessary for it to be fun. And we are starting this process and this challenge with you today. Are you guys ready for this? Give me a yes. So stay tuned, and you're gonna have a secret mission where you will get your very own volcano miracle group of people and your very own secret mission, and you will be sent on a bonding adventure with your volcano miracle group to amplify your manifestation powers. All right, guys, but for now,
let's move on with the challenge. You guys ready? So we've had the privilege to speak with many of you, learn your stories, and some of you are doing this challenge because you're at a crossroads in life and you want clarity. Some of you are using it to create a game plan to grow your business, make it a bigger impact on the world. And some of you are doing this challenge because you simply love the momentum and then the enthusiasm that happens when you work with community. Or maybe you are in Holly Hamill, Air's gang or Sarah Catherine's gang, and they're like, you have to just come with me and do this thing. Maybe if that's one of you, like, let me know who brought you to this challenge. And others of you are struggling with deep demons that have been dragging you down for a long time. And also, some of you just love the volcanoes and you do whatever the fuck we do.
Whatever it is in your heart that called you to work with us to do this challenge, we want to honor that in you. Every single one of you is important, and your reason for being here is important to us. We take this role really seriously, actually, no matter what our wigs or our dance parties look like. This is a part of the sacred work to us, and we're here to give you our all this week. And we ask that you do the same. So type a yes in the chat box if you're ready to get the most out of this challenge and give it your all. Give it 100% this week. Who is in? Yes. Wow. Oh my God, so amazing.
Yes.
So also I want you to type in, why are you here? What do you want to get out of this challenge? Whatever it is, we're so here to celebrate you. And so if you can't tell yet, we love this challenge. A lot of people out here love this challenge. Why? We get an opportunity to make a huge impact on a lot of people at one time. And we help them make shifts they didn't know were possible in such a short amount of time. How do we do this? Our job as coaches is to actually shine a light on what's inside of you so you can excavate the parts of you that are holding you back and really uncover those special gems. So then we get to mine for those hidden gems inside of you, and you get to make them shine. All right. So this challenge is going to act like a magnifier. It'll expose what's going on inside of you already, so you can make the changes you need to make that will make your life even more amazing.
Man, the chat box is going so freaking fast. I can't keep
even
up.
read
It's
it.
amazing.
It's too fast.
I've never seen anything like this.
So this challenge is going to rattle you a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And it's intentional. So just remember that as soon as you get rattled or triggered by whatever it is, it's on purpose, and it's there to get you to go deeper.
I mean,
Here's
we're not
why.
like doing it on purpose, but it's designed to bring stuff up for you.
This is how we begin to initiate this work, okay? And this is why. All right, look at it this way. You're holding a cup of horchata. If you don't know what horchata is, ask in the chat box and someone will tell you. When someone comes along and bumps into you or shakes your arm and making you spill your horchata everywhere. Why did you spill the horchata, Kit?
Well, because you bumped into me, of course.
Wrong answer. You spilled the horchata because there was
horchata
in your cup. Had there been tea in your cup or a margarita in your cup, that's what would have spilled out. So whatever is inside of your personal cup, that is what is going to spill out when you get shaken, when you get rattled. So therefore, when life comes along and shakes you, which inevitably it will, it's shaking all of us right now, and let's not lie about that. This challenge is going to shake you a little bit more. It's an opportunity to lovingly see what's inside your cup that needs to be transformed and healed. It's easy to fake it with, oh yeah, I'm fine, everything's good. Yeah, it's great. How are you? Until you get rattled, right? When life gets tough, what spills over? What's in your cup? Is it joy, gratitude, peace? Or is it anger, bitterness, judgment, fear, shame, blame, gossip, knee-jerk reactions?
You get to choose. Today we're going to do an exercise where you intentionally begin to choose what you fill your cup with. When you choose what you fill your cup with, you start choosing how you impact the world and the people around you, and ultimately what you start getting back from the world.
So at the Little Volcano, our mission is to empower people to live their best lives so we can fiercely suck the juice from life together. Life is short. Every single one of you is here for a purpose. Every single one of you. And that purpose deserves to be seen, heard, and validated and lived into. We love to create community and connection, and we can't wait to wow you with just how possible that is over the internet during quarantine. All right. So we are a global network of transformative leaders, healers, and coaches who fiercely suck the juice from life and delight in sharing this experience with others. We do this through intimate, personalized coaching, personal transformation events, and by nurturing a global community of love and connection. The words that describe us best are inspiration,
magic, courage, vulnerability, creativity, authenticity, freedom, exploration, and fucking fun.
Just a little warning. Sometimes we swear. Sorry, not sorry. You have an amazing coach, guys, that has been assigned to you. They are here to see you, hear you, support you in creating what you want this week. And we're going to do this as a community. You don't have to do it alone.
Whatever you are up against this week, we are here to support you with it. When we do things together, there is something powerful that happens. If you haven't yet gotten on this togetherness in the Facebook group, go in and go get over there, because you'll see so many incredible breakthroughs in the Facebook group.
It's going to inspire you. You will dream bigger. You'll be held accountable to action, and the magic will start to happen in your life.
This week is about going for it and transforming the parts of you that hold you back from the riches of being alive. We want you to be able to see that every moment in your life is an opportunity to choose what's in your cup. By beginning to choose what's in your cup, you get to design your own future.
Yeah. All right. Guys, I just love this picture. This is us and all of our lead coaches before MAGBA. We just love them so much. All of them are so special to us. We wear these silly, silly costumes on the first day. All right. So I know some of you might not be Facebook people. That's totally okay. It's a choice. Personally, I curate my Facebook feed so that the only things I see when I open it are really inspiring things, like Visit Scotland Facebook page. There's just pictures of the hills and the castles. I use it to connect and support my clients as well. I use it to connect with my friends and share my life. It's not a substitute for connection. It's another tool for connection. It's about your belief around it, right? Facebook is actually the reason why we've gotten to make friends all over the world, and we've gone to stay with them or meet them in fun and exciting places. In the last couple of years alone, we've traveled to Scotland, Iceland, Italy, Berlin, Paris, Bali, Barcelona, the Azores, Canary Islands, and Westeros.
All because of the relationships we formed with Facebook.
We've also built an entire company that supports this lifestyle because of Facebook, right? So does this still sound lame to you? I get over it already. Glad some of you guys got that Westeros joke.
Just keeping you on your toes.
Just keeping you on your toes. So whatever your relationship is with Facebook, I want you to try on something different, all right? Just for this week, so you can get the most out of this challenge. Think about Facebook like your family. You don't always like it, but you can't avoid it. So this week you get to choose to build a better relationship with it.
This is what the group looks like. Join it.
Yep.
Who's in?
Type yes.
Who's like, okay, I'll do it for a week. He was like, yeah, I'm already addicted. You don't have to talk me into it.
Did someone just say the volcanoes taught me how to GIF? I love it. Yeah, exactly. All right. So without further ado, we want to introduce everyone who will be supporting you on this challenge. Obviously, guys, this is us. My hair changes every day. I like wigs. What can I say? But we're going to tell you more about us throughout this whole challenge. So we're not going to spend much time on us right now. This is just a cute picture that I like. But we really want to introduce the main stars of the show, the Volcano Coaches. So we're starting with the lead coaches of Little Volcano. Here we have Corey, Lola, Lauren, and Queenie. When you see your coach,
cheer them on.
Give them a huge round of applause. Just blow the chat box up, okay?
We attract powerful, courageous, loving, authentic, magical people, and these coaches are nothing short of that.
They've been trained rigorously with us so they can support you in very deep ways. All of these people have been through our BizCraft and Coachery Foundations program. It's a coach training program. And the program is for people who have a calling to step up bigger in their life, in all areas of their life. They feel the calling to grow into a leader or amplify their leadership skills. They want to make a significant positive change in their life and help others do the same, whether it's in their business, as a coach, or in their personal relationships with their partner, friends, and family. They have been doing serious work on themselves through the program, and they are here to live into their vision of passing it on to you. You're going to get so much from working with your coach this week. So without further ado, we're going to introduce the rest of the coaches. First, here's Kirsten. She's not a coach, but she does run almost this entire challenge for us. So thank you, Kirsten. We love you so much. She's our admin person. She answers all your questions.
She's a master manifester, especially during the challenge.
She's definitely a Hogwarts fan as well.
Lauren says Kirsten is life. We need a shirt that says Kirsten is life.
It's true. She's a spreadsheet guru. But here are our graduate coaches of Little Volcano. So on these challenges, we invite our graduates to come back, even if it's been a while since they coached, and to just join the community for a week and coach as many people as possible, to feel the power of community and tribe. And so these are all the people who are coming back to join us, our past graduates. So welcome back, guys. We love you so much. When you see your coach, blow up the chat box. So many of these beautiful souls. We're so excited you guys are here. And some of them just graduated like last week. So this is, they're just like fresh off the BizCraft and Coachery boat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for coaching the challenge. And here are our junior coaches. These are people who are about halfway through their program, who still have another few months left to go. And for many of them, it's their first time coaching you, believe it or not. So blow it up.
They've been training super hard. They've been transforming their life.
Oh my God, going through so much on a personal level, supporting each other. They're so amazing.
So make sure you schedule your calls with your coach. The coaching experience is unique. Most online programs will just leave you to your own devices. This is real human support, connection every day. There's so many online programs out there these days. And what is missing is someone to hold your hand, lift you up, and help you see what is possible. We believe in the power and the beauty that happens from real human connection. And we are in an age of information overload. We've created a program with massive accountability and human connection so that you take the information into application and actually get the shift in your life that you want. Knowledge is not power. Execution is power.
TR.
Tony Robbins, boyfriend.
The reason community is so important is because sometimes you can't clearly see yourself from really close up or from a skewed perspective. It's just hard to make out what is going on. Like this. Hey, if you've been in this challenge before, don't type it in. Don't give it away.
Already know what it is.
All right, so guys, what do you think this is? This is your first time doing this challenge.
What is this?
What is this?
It's really hard to tell things close up.
What
It's
could it be?
Cheese, banana, cheese, grapefruit, flesh, sponge. This is our favorite.
Cheese.
Frog.
Okay.
Bread, honey.
It's a pencil.
It's a pencil. I know some of you said pencil. You did.
A lot of you said pencil.
Yeah.
Let's be real. All right. What about this though? What could this be?
What is this? Ketchup, pepper. Red pepper.
Red bell pepper.
Pepper. Gusher.
Pepper.
Totally ketchup.
Guess
It's
what,
totally
guys?
ketchup. Low lips, something red, chili, metal,
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Yep,
All right.
There you go.
We got one more. Watch out if there's children in the room. You might want to close their eyes.
What is this?
Be? Yeah, it's an eye. Thanks, Erica. It's an eye. But you guys, you get what we're saying. This is what your coach does. So in our own lives, we're like this.
We're
seeing everything in our own life.
With their own shit,
this.
with their
We're
own
just
patterns.
seeing the individual wrinkles in our hand. And we're like, what am I looking at here? Your coach is like, no, actually, here, look. It's a whole hand. Check it out. It's really cool. It's got 5 fingers on it.
So what your coach does is they step back and they get the full picture of what's going on and they reflect it back to you so you have a better vantage point of yourself.
Yeah. All right. So this is the schedule in case you haven't seen it. Take a screenshot. It's also on the Facebook page. It's in your email, and make sure you've got all your calls booked with your coach. Okay. You get 3 calls with your coach, 3 30-minute calls, private calls. If you've never done something like this before, just make sure you're checking your spam box, your Facebook inbox. There's like an others box on Facebook. So if you're not friends with your coach already, it might be in the other box. Just, and if you need any help, just email support@thelittlevolcano.com and we will do our best to connect you and help you out with whatever you need help with.
Who has not booked a call? Just say me. Who has not got, okay, cool. Yeah.
All right.
Who did not know that you had calls with a coach? Just say me. Okay, good. Just taking a pulse.
Cool.
Great.
And guys, if you haven't gotten your coach yet, please, again, just check all your inboxes, double check them, and then send us an email at support@thelittlevolcano.com. We'll make sure you get hooked up with a coach, okay? And don't worry, there's plenty of time. Even though this is day 1, there's still plenty of time to get those calls in, all right? There's plenty of people here to support you. So we want to assure you, first and foremost, that our sole intent is that you feel supported to grow, connect, feel safe, and celebrated.
We want to go out of our way to create a space for you where you feel comfortable trying new things that you wouldn't normally do. When you feel safe to take some risks that may even feel a little strange, it opens up doors of possibility for new things coming into your life. This takes vulnerability, and vulnerability is actually courage in action.
Vulnerability is not just sharing the hard moments, your fears, your embarrassments. It's actually, I think it's more vulnerable to state clearly what you truly want and take the risk of letting your true desires be seen.
It's more vulnerable to say to a crowd of people, I know I'm a powerful person. I'm ready to step into that. I know I've got something big inside of me and I want to take action on it. I believe in myself. I know I've had failures in my life and I'm not going to use them as reasons I can't be successful. I want to take a risk even though I'm used to telling myself and everyone else that everyone else will think I'm stupid. It's more vulnerable to do something you've never done and risk failure than to talk about your fears and insecurities and weaknesses and use them as an excuse not to take a risk.
All right, so we ask that you come into this with a beginner's mind, even if it's your 8th challenge, okay? Come in with the courage to open up, the courage to share and connect so you get the most out of this. Come with a very open mind, come with an expectation that this challenge will make a huge impact on your life. Expect that this challenge will transform some piece of your life for the better, and the more you think you know, the less you'll learn.
Last night I was reading over the script with Rosie and I was like in tears.
We both were.
It was so new to me.
Yeah.
I've written it and it just changed me just listening to it, just reading it. So this challenge is designed to stretch you. It's designed to expose the thought patterns that hold you back from growth, connection, expansion, joy, and being who you're here to be. We promise you that this challenge will be challenging. It's called a challenge for a reason. And we promise you that if you go through it all the way and you don't turn back, there's massive rewards on the other side. If you don't do it all, if you do it all, no excuses, you'll find what has been holding you back and you won't have to be that way any longer. You'll be into your next evolution.
It's designed for you to come out on the other side feeling like a glorious butterfly. But you guys know butterflies, they actually have to turn into goo.
They go into their own quarantine.
Right. They go into their own quarantine cocoon. They turn into goo. And it's a messy, messy process before they can transform. It's the same thing with this kind of work. The only way you're going to get through it so that you get to that beautiful butterfly feeling on the other side is to do the whole challenge all the way through to the end. Expect to apply what we teach you and have it pay off in ways that feel like a miracle. Come with the expectation that you will see things that you've never seen before about yourself, and seeing this will transform your future for the better. During this masterclass or with your coach, you might sometimes hear what you don't want to hear. Okay, keep that in mind, but you get to choose how you respond to it. The coaching support is here to push you and inspire you, and you get to choose how gracefully you receive it.
If you really want the full coaching experience, you can tell your coach, give me 100% all levels of you. I want it.
Don't hold back.
If you're annoyed or you're feeling judgmental of the process or resistant or you're skeptical, that means you are about to break through something big and you're about to become our biggest fan.
Right. So who's ready for that? Who's ready for that? Can you guys commit to me that you're not going to give up, that you're going to do the challenge all the way through to the end, even if you reach a moment where you're like, fuck this challenge? Say yes. Awesome.
Great.
Thank
Next
you.
slide.
So here's our quick little tutorial on how to make technology your bitch. All right. So replays will be coming up very shortly after each webinar is over. There's a new way of sharing the replays. It's in the units section on the Facebook page. So on the Facebook page for this challenge, there's a little section called units. It's either going to be at the top on a mobile device or on the side on a computer screen. Click on units, all the replays, all the assignments, homework, everything will be in the units. And when you post your homework, you can even post it in the comments on the specific assignments that the homework is due for, okay? And there's gonna be tutorials in there for you as well if you're lost. Also, you're gonna be getting replays in your email inbox with YouTube links. So if for some reason you're really not wanting to get on the Facebook page, you'll be able to watch the replays through your email on YouTube. Okay, so don't worry, you don't have to go on the Facebook page to see the replays, but it is a magical place. If you're having trouble signing in during the webinar, try Googling it first. There might be something going on with your Zoom account, although most of you seem like Zoom masters right now because of the quarantine. I think everybody is like learning how to use Zoom. So also, it doesn't seem like it's an issue for anybody, which is great.
Reach out in the Facebook group. There's a lot of people there who are super helpful. I mean, it's community. The great thing about this is you guys all end up helping each other. Mm-hmm. Most of you are more tech savvy than I am. Do not message Kit. Kit will not help you.
Exactly. Don't send us private messages, guys. We got too much going on, so we won't be able to answer you. Just if you really need help with someone in the volcano, email support@thelittlevolcano.com. What matters most is that you get the most from this challenge. What matters is that you do the best you can. It matters that you finish. If you get a little behind, it's not the end of the world. You can catch up. We intentionally schedule in a few break days before the last masterclass so that we can all get caught up and finish together. So just take the pressure off right now and remember that technology is your bitch. You are not technology's bitch. So there's always an answer for whatever question's coming up for you.
So how many of you have heard this phrase? Success begins at the edge of your comfort zone.
Hold on one sec. One more slide. If you're having trouble converting time zones, there is a Google time zone converter. It's very handy. So if you need to know what time it is in another city because of your coach, because of the webinars, whatever, just Google time zone converter. It's awesome. Okay. Yeah. And sometimes it feels like this in our head, but it doesn't have to be that complicated. All right. So how many of you guys have heard this phrase? Success begins at the edge of your comfort zone.
Here at the Little Volcano, we like to call it your expansion zone.
Yes.
If you're doing things that make you a little or a lot uncomfortable, you are expanding. So who's in for getting a little uncomfortable or a lot expansive this week? Who's in? Yeah? Yeah, yeah? Cool.
True belonging is one of the deepest human needs. How do you get true belonging? You risk being seen and heard. You risk participating versus standing on the outside. And this is how you call in your people. You use your voice. Type in the chat box.
Say shit.
Comment on the Facebook page.
Make a live video.
Make a live video. We love it. You might be just getting to know us for the first time. And as you get to know us more, you'll find out that we celebrate people who are willing to be brave and stand out. We celebrate everyone's uniqueness, authenticity, and courage. When you allow yourself to be seen and heard, it gives us the opportunity to celebrate with you.
And work with you.
Yeah.
Watching on the sidelines leads to regret. This process is designed to create massive change if you do it 100%. Mm-hmm. Fuck, even if you do it 75%, let's be real. Having the tools doesn't mean you'll get your house built for you. You have to use them.
Yeah. So decide, commit, take action, build momentum, and create beauty in your life. We're so excited to see what happens in your life because of this. 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now,
a year from now.
People who did the very first challenge with us are still seeing huge effects after these processes. We're going to show up for you 100%. And you are 100% responsible for getting the most out of this. This means booking your calls, showing up to them,
scheduling time to watch the master classes or the replays, and engaging even if it's totally out of your comfort zone.
Especially if it's out of your comfort zone. So we want to share with you our vulnerable story and open up a little about who we are and how we got here. All right.
So from 2010 to 2015, I owned a successful hair salon in Chicago. Who's been there? Barbara and Barbara in Chicago. But after a while, I sabotaged my success because I felt guilty. I was becoming more successful than my peers. And I saw a lot of people around me struggling, and I thought that money was to blame. So Rosie and I decided to move us to Asheville in 2014.
Asheville, North Carolina.
And open a yoga studio.
Some of our people from the yoga studio are here on this challenge for the first time. So we've got Andy and Erica, and I don't know who else, but welcome, you guys. We're so excited you're here. So we open up this yoga studio.
And we decide, I decide like, oh, it's going to be practical. We can settle down. We don't need a lot of money to be happy. We could live a simple life being of service. I was just carrying so much guilt for being successful that this is the story I started telling in my head. I sold my dreams to please my peers who judged others that were more successful than them and who judged me for being more successful than them. My real dream was to change the lives of millions of people all over the world. I've always had this dream of speaking on stages, even though I have like terrible stage fright, even in front of thousands of people, and having a TV show, which is happening right now. We're going to launch the Kickstarter for it in this challenge, so look out for that. Had a producer following us around for 3 years, which is crazy. But I had a fear of public speaking, and I still sought people's approval. I violated the deeper call of my spirit and played small. I settled for a simple life because of my fears, and it bit me in the fucking ass. By late 2015, we couldn't keep the lights on the yoga studio. Our marriage was suffering. We were sharing one Trader Joe's microwave meal for dinner a night. My body fat composition was super low. It was awesome. Just kidding.
We did get really skinny.
We got real skinny.
Because we couldn't afford food.
So we were broke, and not just in our wallets, but in our hearts too. And things were getting desperate. So then I signed up for a free strategy session with a random coach, and I had a stark revelation. I had settled for a small goal because I didn't believe in myself, and I was failing at it because I had dreams that were so much bigger that I wasn't chasing. I realized I was responsible for creating my life and my way of thinking about people, money, love, and myself, and our business. And I was the reason there was so much destruction in my life. So my first coach, Nick, offered me the chance to work with him for $10,000 for an entire year of coaching. And I said, no. I gasped at the amount.
I was like, oh, hell no, you're not working with him. That's crazy.
It was too big of a risk, but he asked me one question that stuck with me forever. He said, if you don't get coaching and nothing changes, what will be the impact of your life? And I played dumb. I said, well, it's just going to stay the same. Y'all, we all know that nothing stays the same. You're either growing or you're moving backwards. Even rocks change over time, guys. Nothing stays the same. But I had a plan to take everything I learned from him and apply it myself. Who's had this plan after talking to a coach? I'm going to apply it myself.
I don't need anybody else's help.
I'm not going to pay for this. I'm just going to do what he told me to do.
Just going to do it on YouTube.
Without his support. Because I told myself that I couldn't afford the help. Well, looks like I couldn't afford not to get it. Because within a year, we lost our studio. We had to sell almost everything we owned, pretty much.
Except our dogs.
Yeah. We were on the verge of splitting up because things were so stressful. We'd finally made the decision that we were worthy of receiving support. That money, scarcity, time scarcity, debt, what people think of us, fear of failure, the fact that we've done this kind of work before wasn't worth what we would lose if we didn't invest in ourselves and let someone help us. We had proven to ourselves through failure that the only way to change was to let someone freaking help us. To let someone show us where we weren't taking responsibility for ourselves, where we were blaming external circumstances, where we were addicted to our drama and limitations and scarcity and approval of others. We had to humble ourselves to do something completely differently, to risk embarrassment, to take action on our mentor's guidance, even if it was terrifying. Vulnerably own our shit in the presence of others. Take responsibility for what we could do now and create the life we wanted. And we had to go hog wild on all this mindset and positivity shit at the expense of maybe not getting the approval of others and looking like total fucking dorks. I actually had to pay someone else to help us do it also. And a year later, after an even deeper rock bottom, when we had literally nothing left to lose, we called up Nick.
Living in a van.
Yeah, we're living in a van. We call up Nick and we learned that his prices had freaking doubled. So we decided to sign up for coaching anyway because we saw what had happened when we tried to do it on our own, with the mutual agreement that we would give it 100% without holding back. And if all else failed, we had applications for Trader Joe's sitting on our desk. The year that followed after we hired him was one of the most powerful and transformative of our lives. We started off 2017 living off credit cards and sleeping on our friend's pull-out couch. Our lives changed fast when we hired a coach. Having that second set of eyes helping us see what was holding us back gave us the firm nudge into our greatness. We fell in love with this work because of the impact it made on us. Coaching just was rapidly changing our lives, our love, our relationship, our family, our financial situation. And we both knew that this was the work that we had stepped into. As healers, tell me if you agree. We both follow and teach what has the most profound impact on us. And we realized we had already been doing this work with our clients for years, but we weren't calling it coaching. I was getting $20 to cut someone's hair, and they would leave with a freaking business plan, and their life changed. And Rosie was getting $60 for a massage, and her client would release years of childhood trauma in one session. We were born to do this work, and we've been doing it our whole lives. So within the first month of fully committing ourselves to consume as much learning as possible, and with the support of a coach to catch our gaps and keep us from giving up on ourselves, we finally started to charge what we were worth as coaches, as the coaches that we already were, and own the life-changing magic that we'd always been giving to people that had come into our presence. So immediately we started attracting clients because of the way we had shifted our mindset around money, receiving, and what was now possible. Within a year, we had created a six-figure business doing what we love and what we were meant to do. And a year later, in January 2018, we actually had our first six-figure month. Now, realize that we had realized that we actually held the keys that unlocked the life we always wanted. Since then, we spent a month in Bali. We've traveled all over the world hosting our Magma event in beautiful places. Spoke on stage at the Dolby freaking Theater. Had a baby with an amazing dream team of co-parents. We bought a dream home. Woohoo! It was 3 years, guys. And we're doing it while having fun. We take people to Disneyland and create healing miracles for others, and we get paid to do it.
So you might be thinking, how did we create all of this so quickly? That's what this challenge is all about. We want to stoke the same fire inside of you that through coaching was created inside of ourselves. And you might be sitting here wondering like, okay, great, volcanoes, like, yeah, this can happen for you, but it can't happen for me because blank, 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 blank. Well, guess what? Guys, we don't have degrees. We don't have trust funds. Once upon a time in our baby times, we were drug addicts. Like, you know, we learned to listen to our hearts and say yes. That's really the only thing that separates us from you. If you're at a place where you want to go on the same journey that we were on, it could be literally anyone, any of you out there qualify to do this work and to have it work for you. Okay. So imagine what you want out of the next 6 months. Imagine what you could create if you focused. And together we're going to build awareness around it. We're going to help you let go of the things that you grew up with that have been holding you back. The fear of failure, the fear of success, scarcity mindset, creativity scars, lack of support, lack of inspiration and motivation, the inability to risk embarrassment and to put it all on the line and go for it. What is your programming? What is your history? We're going to help you identify it, clean it up, and create a framework around it to upgrade your life. So you guys ready to get into the work? The first thing we're going to do in this challenge is teach you how to leverage your own internal resources to create momentum for yourself so you can break through stubborn roadblocks. This is called the Patronus spell. For those of you that can't tell, that haven't been able to tell yet, I'm a little bit of a Harry Potter nerd, just a little bit. And for those of you who haven't read or seen Harry Potter, aka you muggles, don't worry, I'll explain it to you. A Patronus is a spell that you use to defeat Dementors. What is a Dementor? It's a demon-like creature that glides around, sucking the happiness out of everyone it gets close to, actually sucking the souls out of people eventually. The Dementors make you question yourself, doubt yourself. It makes all your worst thoughts and memories surface. J.K. Rowling, actually, when she was writing the books, the Dementors were a representation of the depression she went through when her mom died. So Dementors can represent anything that you think or feel that holds you back. Overwhelm, anxiety, resistance, need to please, being defensive, shame, the need for absolute safety and certainty before you take a risk. It's different for everybody. So the Patronus is the only thing that can defeat a Dementor. In the world of Harry Potter, to cast a Patronus, you must summon the feeling of your happiest memory. And when you can feel that emotional shift inside you, you cast the spell, Expecto Patronum, and a bright glowing spirit animal bursts from the tip of your wand and defeats all the Dementors. So we use this magical, fun analogy to shift the vibrational state of our bodies and minds whenever we feel like we're stuck. The more frequently you spend your time focusing on emotions like fear, scarcity, anger, and doubt, the more Dementor energy you have. You know how it goes. You wake up on a bad morning and your first thought is how crappy you feel, and then you step on a Lego, and then you get in a fight with your spouse, and then you get into a fender bender, and by the end of the night, you're scouring the corners of the kitchen with a dustbuster, finding anything to be mad about. How many people have had days like this? What the Patronus does is it gives you what we call a pattern interrupt. The power of our emotions isn't just mental. There's a neurological component as well. When you trigger an emotional pattern in your nervous system, your brain sends the signal to release certain neurotransmitters or chemicals or hormones, whatever you want to call them, that create the physical experiences of anger, joy, sadness, horniness, fear, laughter, love, all of our emotions. Guess what happens when you get into a negative emotional pattern? You release cortisol. Any of you guys familiar with cortisol?
It makes you
the
fat.
Stress hormone. So here are
It makes
the
you have pain.
effects of cortisol on your body. Anybody feeling the effects of cortisol over the last 6 weeks or so? Just give me a little me. Chronic fatigue, sleep deprivation, migraines, acid reflux, depression, decreased immune function, hypertension, weight gain, inflammation. Yeah, you guys feeling that? It's real. This is bringing it from the magical into a little bit of the world of the scientific, just for both parties out there. If you guys are like, Harry Potter, what does this mean, right? I like to combine these worlds. So guess what happens when you connect to beautiful memories of love, joy, bonding? You release oxytocin. So it's just another chemical in our body that we release. And these are the effects on your body of oxytocin. Increases empathy, generosity, immunity, social skills, positive self-perception, trust, improves sleep, improves maternal connection, decreases depression, aggression, cortisol, heart rate, blood pressure, anxiety, and lowers tolerance to addictive drugs. Interesting, right? So who is all about increasing their oxytocin and decreasing their cortisol and jumpstarting your brain to break that negative pattern? This is where we have to start. This is like the best way to start. So imagine how much joy, energy, creativity, freedom, and abundance you would have if you could always be conscious of this and interrupt the negative patterns and choose a new one in the moment instead.
So this is where the Patronus comes in. By accessing your nervous system's ability to slow down the production of negative hormones and increase the production of positive hormones, we can slowly begin to change our status quo and consciously create a new way of being. So let's begin. I'm going to tell you my story of how I use my Patronus. So when I get stuck into a how hole, how the fuck am I going to do this? I'm worried. It's not working. I'm stuck. Oh, what am I going to do next? I use my Patronus to reroute my energy. So these are the core elements of the Patronus spell. Now write this down. Or look at it on the slide and write it down because it helps. It's the story. You got to connect to a story first. Story or a memory of a beautiful moment in your life. Second component is the positive emotion that elicits from that memory. And the next is the meaning of that story. The meaning that you give things is all the power. Like that gives it all the power. So the meaning of that memory. So I'm going to tell you my Patronus memory, and you look for the 3 core elements that I use to create my Patronus spell. Okay? One of my Patronus memories comes from when I created my vision from our very first coaching program. So we had just moved to San Diego with no jobs, no car, and a tiny amount of savings. I promised myself not to touch that money because every single penny was going to be used for the day we made a down payment on our house. I was dead set that we would do that. Our commitment to ourselves was to build a business from nothing and go all in. We knew the key was to teach others the same tools of manifestation, emotional intelligence, communication that had helped us find our soulmate connection and manifest each other, and that had kept our marriage alive. So I created a very serious vision of our life, sitting down and thinking very hard about it. Every day I'd sit down and read this vision from a very, very serious place. I was so disciplined and so dedicated, but I was starting to lose faith because we were 2 months into building this and we had no coaching clients yet. We were hustling, we were driving Uber, we were doing massages for like $50, and we were barely getting by. And it all changed when we met Joseph McClendon III Joseph teaches UPW with Tony Robbins, and he teaches his work on stage to 20,000 people at a time. This guy's amazing. Who knows him? So we manifested a free spot in a room with him with just 50 other people for 3 days. Joseph taught us we needed to create visions from a fucking fired up, excited, joyful place. And I realized this was missing. This was the key that was missing that unlocked everything. I remembered when I manifested Rosie as my partner, I was biking around Chicago, listening to music. My blood was pumping. I was filled with joy just for being alive. When I opened my hair salon, I was throwing art shows and having dance parties in my house, dancing my ass off. When everyone found out I was a hairstylist, I started attracting instant clients just flooding through my door. And the referrals became so big that I had to open a legit salon. So I knew it was joy. Joy was the key that unlocked your dreams. And when I had this realization, it was like the universe had given me this epiphany of what I had to teach people. When you get stuck and the universe gives you an epiphany, the universe is like, this is your medicine to give to people. So how do you unlock joy? How do you guys unlock joy? Through music and movement. Music has the ability to create emotion. You ever watched a movie without music? It's freaking weird. And movement. Moving your body has the ability to create a cascade of chemicals and emotions in your body. Ever heard of a runner's high? Yeah, you can't skip without smiling. Try it. You'll look like a freaking psychopath. How many of you are feeling down because you're not moving your body in quarantine? Yeah. Mm-hmm. When we got home from the event with Joseph, I closed all the doors and windows and I blasted the highest energy dance music ever, like the gayest shit ever. And I bounced up and down on this tiny trampoline all by myself in the room, visualizing our coaching program filling out, feeling it with full joy. And then it hit me. The snapshot of the vision the universe was trying to give me, a snapshot of what I was really supposed to create in this world. I felt joy and excitement and clarity, and I felt so big in that moment. I wrote that snapshot down as fast as I could, and I'm going to read to you what I wrote on that day. I wrote this in the beginning of February as a letter to the future, seeing, hearing, and feeling the future as if it were already happening. And these were the exact words that I wrote. The future date is March 7th, 2017. It's week 5 of our coaching program. We're all on Zoom with our clients. They all have these packages they're about to open. The anticipation is palpable. Everyone opens their packages and they scream with joy and delight and confusion. We teach them how to bounce for what they want. There's this so much joy and laughter. Everyone is excited and confused and happy, and their lives are changing fast. So after I wrote this for 2 weeks, I bounced up and down on the bouncy ball, reading this every single day, envisioning this with full joy, because I knew high levels of emotion, positive emotion, clear vision was the rapid highway to get what you wanted. And I also knew you could use your body to change the chemical state of your brain to create what you wanted. Within 2 weeks, we filled our first coaching program with 10 people. We had our first $10,000 month, and we never looked back. And on week 5 of their coaching program, I read the letter to them as they were opening their packages, just as I said would happen. We taught them this process we now call volcano flow. Freaking crazy, guys. So reconnecting to this memory, that is my Patronus spell. When I touch back to this memory, I feel so guided and connected to what I know is true inside of me. This is the meaning I've created around the story. When I allow the process to be fun, the universe always shows me the way. Whenever I have faith to let myself be totally free and have fun with my vision, the universe shows me exactly what to do. When I say yes and I nurture joy in my heart, it always creates miracles. Now, remembering this memory whenever I get stuck, it busts through even the biggest obstacles. In fact, I was feeling a little stuck before, just this past week, and reading this memory last night, it just changed my state and changed Rosie's state.
So before we hop into your homework, I just want to simplify this process because that was a lot we just threw at you. The Harry Potter, the oxytocin, Joseph McClendon. And so I just want to really simplify this for you. I want everybody, you don't have to have a bouncy ball. You don't have to have a trampoline. I just want you to stand up right now. Okay, we're going to do what we call power poses. You guys ever heard of power poses? There's a whole book written about them. So there's a study that shows that if you just stand in your power pose, you could do your Wonder Woman pose, your Superman pose, hands on your hips, feet planted wide, bend your knees just a little bit, and just stand with your back straight, your chest up, your chin up,
your belly in.
And when you do this, when you stand in a pose like this, just for 2 minutes, you can actually decrease the level of cortisol in your body by 33%, just by standing like this. So from this place, from this power pose, I want you to close your eyes and connect to your breath. And I'm just inviting you to do this with us right now, if you want to. Stand up, stand in your power pose and connect to your breath. And connect to something that makes you feel really proud. Something that makes you feel really proud. Not proud like, oh yeah, look at me, but like proud like, that's my kid. Or yeah, I did that. I ran that marathon. Yeah, oh, that's my house. Or whatever it is. I'm awesome. So just connect to that feeling of being proud of yourself. Connect to a feeling of gratitude. If you can't find a memory that makes you feel proud. And let that feeling show on your face as though you were a child. Just let it show really clearly on your face. That feeling of being proud of yourself. Don't hide it. Don't put on that modesty. Don't worry about hiding any of that. Just let it flood through your body. All right. How do you feel? You can sit back down if you want to. So we're going to give you your homework, but it can be as simple as that, guys. It doesn't have to be super complicated. You don't have to get on a trampoline or even a bouncy ball or even turn on music. You can do the power pose wherever you are, whenever you are, no matter, you could be standing in line in the grocery store and do your power pose and connect to your Patronus.
We deepen this at Magma with you. You'll be there.
Yeah. And
Activate,
like if you have
guys.
a trampoline, all that much the better. All right. So here's your homework. Find a memory from your past that fills you with massive amounts of faith and joy. One that you can still feel when you think of it, just like we just did. Write the story of that memory. Write it down.
You might not be able to feel it right away, but as you start writing, you'll feel it.
Yeah. Write the emotions that you felt and feel when you connect to that memory. And write down, what is the meaning of this moment? What did it mean to you? What's the significance of this in your life? And what story do you tell about yourself when you connect to this memory? And bonus points, one sentence that affirms the story, bonus points if it rhymes. These are the words of your spell. So originally, Kit had the words, my joy creates miracles. But we realized, you know what, rhyming helps you remember so much more, and rhyming can create an even deeper state of joy. And so we came up with some new rhymes. So what are some of the rhymes?
Bring joy up in here for miracles to appear.
When you follow your bliss, miracles exist.
Let joy be your guide for the miracles inside.
The joy in my heart is where miracles start.
But my favorite is this. To make miracles happen, your pants you must crap in.
It doesn't really make any sense.
No, but it brings you joy.
Yeah. And so take a screenshot of this homework. Don't worry. We'll post it in the group afterwards if you don't have this all written down. So don't worry about it. Okay. So how do you use your spell? Anytime you feel a flicker of negative emotion, use your Patronus spell. It only takes 17 seconds to start a trigger of neurological momentum in your body. Anytime that cup gets rattled and something starts to spill out that you wouldn't consciously want to choose, catch it and use your Patronus spell to cast it away. Connect to the story, connect to the meaning, and say your spell.
Now, this doesn't just have to be for emotions. It can be for behaviors too. Gossip, complaining, doubt, insecurity, self-deprecation, anxiety, laziness, phone addiction. Commit to changing yourself by not letting it go beyond 17 seconds, by interrupting it with your Patronus spell, with your memory, with your emotions, with your meaning, and with your rhyme.
So one more rundown. Here's how to use your spell. Number 1, catch yourself in an old pattern of negative emotions or behaviors. Number 2, connect to the feelings and sights and sounds of your Patronus memory. Number 3, fill yourself with all the emotions you choose to feel. Joy, love, confidence, whatever emotions you surround with your Patronus spell. And number 4, say your one sentence spell. For miracles to happen, my pants I must crap in. Joy in my heart is where miracles start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're skeptical right now, I'm going to give you a little dare. I'm going to dare you to do this 100% to prove that it doesn't work. Okay. That's the only way you can prove something that doesn't work, is to do it all the way. We promise you that you don't let anything slip by you for more than 17 seconds without reconnecting to your Patronus spell and casting it. Your whole life will change. Okay. If you begin to catch yourself within that time limit, who is ready to jump all in? Give me a yes.
And if you are freaking out right now, you're like, oh my God, I need this written down. It's coming in your email. Don't worry. We got you.
All right.
We make this easy.
Remember when we hinted at a secret mission? Are you guys ready for your secret mission?
Who's ready for secret mission?
Here it comes. It's called T-shirt Inception. So this is where
What's it called?
T-shirt Inception.
T-shirt Inception.
So this is a secret mission to give you an opportunity to start using your Patronus right away. Here's the first test. When you choose what you're emitting and tell yourself you can do anything and you interrupt all negative thoughts within 17 seconds, anything becomes possible. You can do anything you put your mind to, and there's a knowing inside of you of what you can create. It's getting past the thoughts that sabotage you that will get you there. So when you're doing this competition, and it is a competition, because we like to gamify everything, you get to pay attention to your thoughts of sabotage and use your Patronus spell to dispel your limiting thoughts.
Now, if you are triggered by competition, you get to use your Patronus spell to not be triggered by competition. Right?
So how's that working out for you?
That's the whole point.
You don't have to get triggered by competition. You just don't have to anymore. It's okay. You can say, oh, cool, competition. Awesome. So if you have a vision and a desire to make it happen, the how doesn't matter. What matters is your way of being, your energy, and your willingness to engage with others in your enthusiasm, even if it's not perfect. How many of you have a stubborn belief that you can do everything on your own and you don't need anyone's help? How many of you guys have been in that boat before? How many of you have been so scared to reveal something that you've created because it's not perfect enough? Like, perfectionism is just another word for procrastination. Ding dong. Where's that gotten you in the past? How's that working out for you? Are you ready to change that? This is what the first mini challenge is about, and it's going to smash those beliefs for you, help you build community, and challenge you to be your best with others so that you can get what you want in life. So the mission is going to pull together your great gathering, your soul tribe. You're going to haul in people through this mission, people you may know for the rest of your life.
There are miracle groups from our very first challenge in 2017 that are still meeting. Anyone in that group here? Anyone in that from that challenge, that group?
So we've divided you up into groups so you can build community, connection, and friendship, and learn how to ask for help and get organized quickly using a sacred sorting process called
time zones.
Your miracle groups have been chosen. We will be posting the names of everyone in your group on the Facebook page after this webinar. So stay with us. Your second homework assignment for day 1 is coming. Your second challenge is called T-shirt Inception. So here we've got the Beebs and Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Celebrities really like to do this T-shirt Inception thing. So they're both wearing shirts of each other. So as you can see, Justin Bieber is wearing a T-shirt with Tiffany Amber Thiessen from Saved by the Bell. And then she's wearing a T-shirt of Justin Bieber wearing a T-shirt of her, right? It's pretty funny. Again, celebrities do it all the time. Here is John Stamos wearing a Jonas Brothers T-shirt in a photo. So here's a Jonas brother wearing a shirt of John Stamos wearing a Jonas Brothers T-shirt. And now here's John Stamos sleeping on a pillow with a Jonas brother wearing a T-shirt of John Stamos wearing a T-shirt of the Jonas Brothers. And now here's one of the Jonas boys. I don't know their names. I'm too old for that. We're sleeping in a bed with a quilt with John Stamos sleeping in a bed next to one of the Jonas brothers with John Stamos. You know, so it goes on and on and on and on. And so this is what T-shirt Inception is all about. We want you to contact your Volcano Miracle Group. Have one person take a photo of themselves and send it to the next person. The next person will somehow take a photo of themselves and put the first person's photo on their shirt. The person will then send it on to the next person who will do the same. When you're finished, you should have an image of someone in your group wearing an image of someone in your group wearing an image of someone in your group 8 times. Everyone must participate. All photos or pictures must be created specifically for this challenge. You can't just go and find someone in your group and see their Facebook profile picture from 2014 and take that. You have to get the photo from them live or the image from them live. Notice the choice of words here, okay? It's very specifically chosen. So stop right there. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Who's freaking out? Who's already like, ah, fuck this. Oh my God, how am I gonna do this? Oh, I don't have the technology. Do I need a T-shirt? I don't wanna do this. I don't have the time.
Are you already seeing your pattern of thinking going on right now? Overwhelmed. Yeah.
What's your cup? What's in your cup? This is your cup. Get it? That's what this whole thing's about. It's so meta. So this is an opportunity to choose something different, guys.
What would you need to believe right now to feel better?
To win, you must create a brand new post with every level of your t-shirt inception and use the hashtag t-shirt complete. Whatever group finishes first wins 10 raffle tickets for prizes. Top prize is $100, along with lots of other fun stuff that we're about to share with you. So we're leaving this in your hands to get you to stretch your leadership muscles and your resourcefulness muscles. So this is a representative of how willing you are to jump in and just do it, or be creative about the way that you do things. Are you going to sit on the sidelines and wait for someone to make it happen for you? Or are you going to use this as practice to be the one who makes it happen? Here's the deal, guys. There is no one right way. There are a million hows for everything in life, literally everything. There are no rules. There's no one right way.
One right way.
Every single millionaire has a different how for how they got there. The only way to get this done is to believe in yourself and have fun doing it, and risk the vulnerability of reaching out to strangers, because the possibilities of the connections you make will be endless.
You see what we're doing here? We're teaching you a lesson and then we're giving you an opportunity to apply it. Amazing, right? Have fun, enjoy this. There's no one right way to do it.
So you have to get creative and figure it out on your own. The group with the most ingenuity, resourcefulness, creativity, and pizzazz and gets it done the quickest wins. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done, for all you perfectionists out there. Here's the one rule. Every single person must be involved in the creation of their level of the inception. Again, it must be an image or photo created this day for the inception. You can't use a selfie from 2017, okay? So that's one way to win prizes. Oh yeah, t-shirt inception.
You're going to get your miracle groups soon in the Facebook group. They'll be assigned maybe about an hour. Kirsten's working on them right now. Some people will not be in the Facebook group, so you're going to have to get resourceful to go and find them.
All right.
You'll find out your group soon. We don't know who's in your
so
group.
Here's another new prize that Mama Roro decided to bring in to this challenge. And we're still figuring out like what raffle tickets equal this prize or who gets to win this prize. So we're still figuring it out because it's brand new. I just thought of this idea the other day and I thought I was feeling, Kid and I have been really up and down, to be honest. You guys, this quarantine has been kind of rough. Like, who's been feeling that energy, man?
We're expanding right now.
We've had some self-doubt in the last few weeks. Oh man. And so one night I was sitting on my favorite website that I use to make our t-shirts and stuff. And they had this print all over bomber jacket. And I was like, I'll put a picture of my face with a crown on and the volcano behind me that says, I love myself. And I can wear it every time I start to feel down about myself or I don't love myself. I can put on my jacket and I can love myself again. So who wants a self-love bomber jacket?
With your face on it.
It'll have your face on it. I will make it custom for you with your face on it, with whatever color you want in the background. It doesn't have to be pink. It could be your power color, but it has to say I love myself. So who wants to win this jacket? Awesome. Yeah. And if you're one of our lead coaches, don't worry, you guys all have one coming too. So no worries.
You're so bad at surprises.
I know. I know. But I want you to pick your colors. All right. So here's one of the prizes. Here's some of the other prizes. We've got a cute little crop top hoodie. We've got mugs. We're going to give away the Starseed Oracle deck. We're going to give away lots of stuff. T-shirts, $100. So basically the way that you win raffle tickets is just by posting. You post, if you want to post about the challenges, the assignments, the revelations that you have during this challenge on your public timeline, that's up to you. It's totally cool if you do, you don't have to, but you get double the points. You just have to make sure that the post is public and that you use the hashtag Volcano Miracles May 2020 so that our hashtag tracker person can see all of your posts and keep track of them in a spreadsheet. Okay. You can also post within the Facebook group. Okay. So within the challenge Facebook group, every post you make, you get raffle tickets. Just make sure you use the hashtag Volcano Miracles May 2020. So if you share about your Patronus in the Facebook group, you get raffle tickets. If you do t-shirt inception, you get raffle tickets. If you do a live video, you get raffle tickets. All you have to do is show up. The more tickets you win, the more chances you have at winning one of these prizes. And we give away a lot. And usually when we do the giveaways, we go crazy and we start just giving away lots of other stuff too, because we just really like giveaways. It's one of we have our admin team, our budget lady, AKA Kirsten, who you saw, sometimes has to like put a lid on us. And she's like, guys, stop giving stuff away. Just stop. Okay. So my root chakra is throbbing. Oh, okay. I love it.
I think that's a good thing.
I think that's a good thing. Okay. That was just in the chat box just now. All right, guys. So you've got your assignment. You've got T-shirt Inception. You've got your prizes that you're looking forward to. How are you guys feeling about all this? What's coming up? All right. We got some fire. Unstoppable. So good. This is the real deal. You guys, there's going to be so much energy.
I was wondering what was going on with my hair. I was like, do I have a tail? What is happening?
It's a wig.
It's a wig.
We just have wigs just hanging up around our office.
Oh my God.
I love wigs. But yeah. All right. So you guys, you're going to feel a huge rush of energy all week. If you're a receptive person, an empathic person, just be prepared for that. If it hasn't started already, it's going to unlock some stuff for you. And so just ride it and celebrate it and take care of yourself this week. Please get a lot of sleep, drink a lot of water, eat healthy, show up to the calls, show up to the master classes.
Use the hashtag when you make posts, so you get prizes. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to start to feel a lot of emotion. But we would not be helping you. We would not be helping you if we didn't give you tools and you didn't have situations where you got to use these tools. Yeah. It's not just about like reading about it. It's about actually being able to apply it and experience in real life with us, with this community, with our team, with your coach. It's going to be life-changing, guys. Yeah. You guys ready for it?
All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to this masterclass
also,
today.
If you're catching the replay and you're a day behind, don't worry. Everybody gets caught up by the end. That's okay. That's why we have replays. So we love you all. Thank you for coming.
We love you. All right. Have a great day, guys. I can't wait to see your Patronuses. Bye.